Krishna and Balrama. Some 1,000 years ago, Kans, the cruel king of Mathura, was traveling with her sister Devki. Suddenly, he heard a voice from the heavens, stating that one of Devki's sons would be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu and he would kill him one day. So he put Devki and her husband Vasudeva in prison. Kans killed each child of the couple. Vasudeva's first wife, Rohini, was living in Gokul with the family of Vasudeva's friend Nand. When Devki's seventh son was to be born, God transferred the unborn child from her body to Rohini's body. This child was then born to Rohini and was named Balrama. When Devki's eighth son was born, everyone in Mathura except Devki and Vasudeva went to a long sleep. Vasudeva secretly went to Gokul and put his son beside Yashoda, Nand's wife, and took her newborn daughter to Mathura. Soon everyone was awake in Mathura. When Kans tried to kill the little girl, she flew to the heavens, saying that his killer had already taken birth in Gokul. Kans was disappointed. In Gokul, Yashoda and Nand named their son Krishna. This child grew up to be a brave boy and killed many demons. Krishna and demon Trinavat. Kans was horrified after hearing that his killer had been born in Gokul. He sent his demons in different parts of Gokul to kill all newborn babies. One of these demons was Trinavat. He reached Nand's place where Yashoda was carrying little Krishna in her lap. Suddenly, the weight of the baby became so heavy that she could not carry him in her lap any longer. She put Krishna on the floor and went to do her household work. Trinavat transformed himself into a big cyclone. It suddenly turned very dark in Gokul. With the help of its great power and speed, the cyclone carried away Krishna with it. But it could not bear the heavy weight of the baby for a long time. Krishna was holding the demon's neck, so it could not even throw him away. Krishna slowly started pressing the neck of the cyclone. So Trinavat felt it very difficult to breathe. He ultimately died and fell on a huge rock in Gokul. Everyone in Gokul was now worriedly searching for Krishna. When they saw him playing on the demon's dead body, they hurriedly took him away and rejoiced at the death of Trinavat. Whole universe in the mouth. One day, little Krishna was playing with the Gopas, his shepherd friends. He suddenly saw the mud on the ground and was attracted towards it. He hid from his friends and ate some of the mud. But unfortunately, the Gopas saw him and complained to Mother Yashoda about his behavior. Yashoda held a long stick in her hands and angrily rushed to Krishna. She started scolding and beating Krishna. She knew that her son might fall sick. She did not want her child to develop such a bad habit. Due to this reason, she was scolding her dear son. Krishna started weeping bitterly and told that he had not eaten mud. So Yashoda asked him to open his mouth and show it to her. As soon as little Krishna opened his mouth, Yashoda saw all the mountains, rivers, oceans, sun, moon, stars, Lord Brahma, and all other demigods in his mouth. She was surprised to see the whole universe in his mouth. She had realized that his son was the Almighty Lord himself. But when she saw her dear son weeping, she forgot about all this and hugged her son lovingly. Krishna and the Gopis. The Gopas were a tribe of holy shepherds living in Gokul. Nand and Yashoda were their king and queen respectively. The female shepherds or the wife of the Gopas were called Gopis. All the gopis had a great attraction for little Krishna. They knew that Krishna dearly loved butter and curd. So the gopis would collect the butter and curd in earthen vessels. They would hang the vessels in their houses so that Krishna might visit their houses to eat the butter and curd stealthily. Krishna very well understood the gopis' desire. So he used to visit the houses of the gopis along with his friends. He would break the vessels to steal and eat the delicious butter and curd. When the gopis saw the floors of their houses all messed, they would go to Yashoda to complain against Krishna. They never intended that Krishna should be scolded or beaten for his behavior. Their motive was to go to Nan's place to see the cute little Krishna. Therefore, when Mother Yashoda scolded Krishna for stealing the butter and curd, the gopis would themselves request Yashoda not to scold little Krishna. This way, the gopis played with little Krishna and showed their immense love for him. Krishna and boiling milk. One day, Mother Yashoda sent all the servants for the preparation of Indra Yagya. She herself was busy in churning curd. While she was busy with her work, little Krishna woke up from his sleep and started crying loudly. Yashoda put the curd aside and held her son in her arms. She started feeding him with milk. But just then she remembered that she had put the container of milk on the fire and the milk must have boiled. She hurriedly put Krishna down on his bed and rushed towards the kitchen. But Krishna's hunger was not satisfied till then. Mother Yashoda had given priority to the boiling milk and put him down from her lap. So Krishna got very angry. He held a stone and threw it to the vessel of the curd. The vessel broke and the curd started flowing from it. He then broke the vessel of butter too and distributed it among the monkeys of Gokul. When Yashoda returned and saw that it was Krishna's naughtiness, she scolded him, but when she saw him sad, she lovingly took him in her lap and started feeding him again.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.